Nick Cannon's comments.
I saw something about that.
Yeah,
about
with his dumbass. Well, he said that KKK is the Democratic Party. He had an interview with Amber Rose.
He was just trying to get
so
some.
crazy.
There goes that credibility.
It's just so crazy how people keep coming with that and also leave out when like the great, you know what I'm saying, shift happened and whatnot in the 60s. And
Dixiecrats and what happened with the Civil Rights Act. And look.
Like you're going to tell a story, you got to tell the whole story.
Yeah,
but
we've talked about this before about how some people run with what is considered to be meme knowledge.
Yeah.
Something that they saw on Instagram.
Yep.
And that is, if it fits their worldview at the time or something that they want to talk about at the time, and then when you start talking about nuance and actual numbers, and then they're like, well, I didn't know that. I'm just like, look, Nick, you are literally shooting a show or whatever it is that you do right across from like Howard University. Go into one of the libraries and actually read about what's going on. Learn about the Southern strategy.
There you go.
Nick. But that's asking too much because he got other kids to raise. He can't got time to read.
No,
Didn't he actually say recently that he does a lot of stuff just for money and clicks anyways, like intentionally? I think I saw something.
I don't know if I
about
can confirm that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Ray J said that.
Ray J.
Ray
That's
J's
right.
always
That's
said
right.
that that's why I don't take anything that he does seriously.
Does Nick Cannon, has he ever made music? I don't know what he.
He's made
what does he do?
multiple albums.
What does he do?
He has
I've
multiple
never
albums.
listened to a Nick Cannon album. I can't
He
say
got
that.
multiple albums.
He's got a song with R. Kelly called Gigolo.
There you go. Remember that? There you go.
There's no reason that Lone would know that.
No, I didn't.
I know he has to know that song.
I know
He was listening
Gumbo
to
don't
music
know
at that time.
That's
I
not
don't
Gigolo.
know about that part, but yeah.
That's not Gigolo.
Gigolo actually was a good song, though.
I can't lie. It slapped at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Long time ago.
Even one last thing about the Nick Cannon conversation.
Yeah.
And the Southern strategy is there's a difference between political party and ideology.
There you go.
And
you have to read to know things like that.
Yes,
it's a bar, my friend.
Ideologies stayed the same.
Stayed the same. And you also have to consider, okay, like, even if that was the case, what do they all identify as now?
It's just simple.
Like Nick, who's trying to ban books about Rosa Parks and Jackie Robinson now?
Yeah. Who's trying to erase the black culture out of U.S. history?
You know, who's the advocates for saying that slaves were just unpaid workers? Who's doing that?
Yeah. Who's trying to put the
indentured
freaking
servants?
Come
Confederate
on,
statues back up?
Come on.
Yeah. That's part of American history, but the black people that did something, we can let that go.
Yeah. I didn't even see this interview.
I mean, slavery was a choice anyway.
It was a choice.
Of course, yeah.
I didn't even see this interview, but I know that he stood on, quote unquote, stood on business when he said this. He was probably adamant about what he said.
He was talking to Amber Rose.
He was
man. That's all you need
right
to
there
know.
just stripped all the credibility.
He was
from
just
me.
caking because he thought maybe he could have another one of his.
Don't do that.
What? Don't do what?
I think I know where
doing
you're
nothing
going
wrong.
with the babies.
You know,
I don't think
like,
he's doing anything
like
wrong.
that's what we said. You know, because some Amber Rose always had because she's Amber Rose, and some of y'all are so color struck or whatever.
Look out now.
That you will still give her a certain level of credibility just because you want to be around her. But she doesn't know what she's talking about. She was paid for by the Republican Party to get up there and say all that foolishness.
But you do know there are
and
people.
I have no problem. And you know, I do have a problem. But like, you know, there's a lot of times they pay celebrities to say shit they have no real interest in.
But you do know there are people that take Amber Rose 1,000% serious. You know that, right?
I've yet to meet one.
I don't know.
I ain't saying we know them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they exist. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't think nobody takes her 100% serious.
You sure?
They just like having somebody that looks like the people that don't necessarily identify with their ideology saying stuff like that because it makes them be like, well, okay, yeah, she's cool because
she's on my team.
Yeah.
See,
not,
I can't be
it's not
racist.
people
I
just
like
riding
Amber
for
Rose.
her.
I'll take that.
I can't
Nobody's
be
riding for
racist.
her.
I like Nicki Minaj.
Nobody's
I
riding
can't
for
be
her either.
racist. See, look, Nick Cannon agrees with me.
I'll take that.
Like there are a lot of people who have no problem being. Look, whenever they talk about white supremacy, we act like white supremacy. Some of the worst and most dangerous white supremacists weren't black people.
Yeah, man.
So you
again ideology over party.
Yeah. So right? I mean, like but you know what you're
a whole
asking,
lot of Stevens out there.
You're asking people to read, and when you give them a book, like it was the same thing with Kanye when people would try to talk to him. And they'd be like, "Man, I ain't trying to hear all that shit. Like, I've already made my decision. So You know, you can't give me books to read and authors to investigate. Don't give me no Ta-Nehisi Coates book. I'm not trying to hear none of that.